Now, the war in Iran has narrowed the price difference between traditional jet fuel and its alternatives, sustainable aviation fuel, or SAF. I'll call it SAF. Richard should be here to actually tell me what to call it. Still costs over $1,000 more per ton. Let me repeat that. $1,000 more per ton. Now, it's not vulnerable to supply shocks caused by fighting in the Middle East, but its production is still incredibly limited. One startup is trying to change that. Lydian says it can make SAF from just carbon dioxide and hydrogen rather than biofuels, and that its approach what it's using in the technology, costs far less. The company just raised $43 million from Bill Gates' Breakthrough Energy Ventures to try and scale up its production. Joe Rodden is the co-founder and CEO of Lydian, and he joins us now. Good to see you, especially on a day when we are discussing whether or not that jet fuel is going to come back on the market. Can you explain the promise of this technology, and do you need the sustained high prices of jet fuel for this kind of resource adoption to really gain any traction here?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me, Paula. It's a great question, and I think dovetails really well with the conversation with your previous guest. So first, I would say, you talked about investment in the Middle East that's happening as a response to the crisis in Hormuz. We think about how are countries that do not export fossil fuels, how are they responding with investment? So we look at China, we look at Europe, the countries that have been really affected on the negative by this crisis. And we see them investing heavily in alternative fuel production pathways. So when we think about the long-term pricing of our fuel, you have jet fuel as the underlying commodity, but then you also have unique benefits around energy security, shorter supply chains, and then of course the environmental benefit. So we see about 3/4 of the world's global jet fuel supply is now covered under some type of regulatory policy for climate impact decarbonization. And so we want to be the lowest cost solution to meeting all of those challenges for our customers. So that's how we think about it. It's really not one price. It's a supply curve, and it varies in times of crisis, and it varies in different geographies.
I hear you on that, and you yourself just said it is a challenge. By one estimate, sustainable jet fuel will only account for about 2% of the market of total aviation fuel demand by the end of the decade. I'm wondering if you agree with that estimate, and how can sustainable fuel be significant in any way as we all look to decarbonize, right, and have that guilt-free travel on these jets? I mean, 2% by the end of the decade doesn't seem very significant to me.
Yeah, so we are in very early days for alternative fuel supply, and I think it's important to remember the scale at which we use fossil fuels today. It will take time to transition into alternative forms of energy. We tend to think 2% is a little conservative. There are many countries and airlines and other parties that have more like a 10% target by the end of the decade. What we do know is that today, the number is less than 1%, although it is growing about 100% year over year. So we do see rapid growth in this industry, but no doubt we have a long way to go, and we're very early in the transition here.
And I'm wondering if government mandates can help you, because you just said you're early in the transition. You have to scale up. There's a lot of investment involved and a timeline with the technology. So is it important to have governments on side with this to say, look, we're mandating a certain amount of this jet fuel must be sustainable?
Yeah, I would say broadly policy is very important, and that policy can take many different forms. So mandates are a common one, but we also have incentives here in the US, which have been a very good accelerant to the scale up of SAF. So they can take many different forms, but certainly it is important to close that price gap over time, and government policy kind of can be a big part of that.
Joe Rodden for us will continue to follow this development because, as I said, many people would like to have a more guilt-free ride on that airplane, and we'll see if it can develop into the 2030s into something more significant. Joe Rodden for us with Lydian. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Paula.